victim to this multiple times when we have played the Heat, and I think other franchises from cold cities have been the same. There's a reason why the Miami Heat have such an advantage down here on South Beach. You catch them on an off night, it's rare that opposing teams are ready to play.
It's the Heat with the possession. To Dragic. Shot from the lane won't go. Knocks it down from mid-range.
You see, the great playmakers see the shot before it ever happens. They recognized how they were being guarded on the previous set, and then they make the necessary adjustments.
Butler up against Porter. To Dragic. Goran Dragic. First couple didn't go. That one is true.
Ooh, cool, calm, and collective. The 3 C's. His handles are effortless.
And look out. Big finish at the rim. Gotta love the rim rockers.
Gotta be careful, though. Don't hang on the rim too long. You might get a tee.
Butler into the front court. Trailing by 4. To Waiters. Oh, had him going there for a second. Oh, he had it. Otto Porter, 3 for 3. That's a perfect start.
Everything about Porter is so low-key. No social media, and he's one of the few high-caliber NBA players that manages to stay out of the public eye while producing at an elite level in a number of categories.
Butler, defended by the former Hoya. Not that time.
You know, Ed, everybody gives so much credit to the guy who contested the shot, but there's no way he's in that position without the communication of the backbone of the defense. When you have a guy back there who can block shots and tells you to apply more pressure, you know you're in a safe place.
Miami's got it. And he's fouled. Very close. Free throws coming up.
Hey, look, sometimes you need to feel out your opponent. Let him know you're there. I'm okay with that early foul.
First free throw is good. And gets both to drop at the line. To Levine. And it's Leonard there to clear the rebound. Tough make through traffic.
Defenders had no chance on that one. That's why we call it the elite tier.
Bulls with the basketball. To Porter. Going to launch beyond the arc. That's the length at his spot for Otto Porter. Man on him, he still buries it.
Every hero needs a good sidekick. Nice find to set up a 3.
Knocked loose. That's a turnover. It goes the other way. To Zach LaVine. Porter. The hot shooting continues. He's got 12 in the first quarter, including that trifecta.
And Ed, did you see how quick his release was? There was no wasted motion from the waist up.
Oh, they called the foul.
He took a chance. That's the right call.
Opposing coach is going to counter, make some changes of his own.
Into the game for Miami, number 16, James Johnson.
Dragic. They'll take it from downtown. Let's see, Jay, if that wakes them up.
Yeah, that was a big-time 3, but the most important possession is now, the one you're currently in. Don't focus on the next play, but focus on the present.
Shot from in close, no good. Great feed, sets it up. Goran Dragic. He's 3 of 5, 60% shooting from the field.
Strong finish. That's what you need, regardless of contact, focusing on the rim.
Jay, another one goes down. They're right where they want to be.
Exactly. Next play, you have to turn around defensively and get in the stance and actually keep that same kind of tempo.
Oh, Carter with the rejection. From the painted area, won't go down.
Ed, I'm going to gloat about my old team here for a second. Did you know the Bulls are the only NBA franchise to win multiple championships and never lose an NBA Finals series in their history?
6-0, right? Now, it helped to have a guy named MJ. But, Jay, think about this. If he's not gone those 2 seasons, maybe it's 8 straight Finals wins. To Porter. For 3. Jay, another one goes down. They're right where they want to be.
Exactly. Next play, you have to turn around defensively and get in the stance and actually keep that same kind of tempo.
Dragic into the front court. His team down 9. And he'll go to the foul line.
You see this all the time. The defensive players establishing his presence on the court and also checking to see how far the refs are going to let him go.
Goran Dragic. He's got 2 shots coming. He's perfect from the line so far. Can't connect on the first free throw. Oh, he missed on a pair. Bulls with it. Young. Has a look. Unbothered by the defense as he drills it.
Well, when you play for each other and not just for yourself, that's when great things happen. You essentially lose yourself in what the team is trying to accomplish. It's called unselfish basketball. And there's nothing more beautiful than rewarding your teammate with a nice pass and letting them finish for 2 or 3 points.
He throws it down. They have set the tone in this one.
I love when I see offenses come out in beast mode. You attack that paint, you get to the rim, inevitably the floor will open up for you to knock down some threes.
Zach LaVine, his first effort, off the mark. Dragic with it. 9-point margin. Zach LaVine with the block. A bad pass, and the Bulls have it. Finishing inside the paint on that one.
They're going to have to find answers defensively and quickly because he's carving them up in the first quarter.
He'd have the basketball. Dragic. Probing the defense. With the fadeaway. Burns him for the basket.
You feel that? I see the confidence building.
I got ball. I got ball. Hands up. Hands up. Hands up.
He was all over him. Missed the shot. No free throws. To Dragic. The drive. Right to the basket. Right down the lane, but the shot won't go.
And that's how you make a difference. Every shot that the offense takes, make sure that it has a 10 as far as degree of difficulty.
Whistled for the foul. Chance coming up at the free throw line.
It's still early, so no real impact on that call. But you know that they're going to call this one tight, so you might want to keep your hands out of his pocket.
First one goes down. No back-to-back free throws here. He missed the second. To Dragic. Beyond the arc for 3. He made his first effort, but not that time.
And there's always so much talk about defense. How about offensively? If you continue to attack that shooter, now you're making him work on the defensive end. That makes him take his legs away on the offensive end.
Goes to the left side. Lets it fly from beyond the arc. Rebounds taken down by Leonard. Dragic with the basketball. They find themselves down. Down 10. Oh, big finish at the rim. Jay, perhaps that's a start.
Those kind of plays get me fired up. That's a momentum play. They look lifeless here in the first quarter, but a dunk like that can get your team going in the right direction.
Fires the three, buries it on the catch and shoot.
They're shooting the ball well, but let me tell you why. They're already ready to shoot before they even catch the ball. Look at their hands. Their hands are ready, providing a target. So when they catch that ball, they go right into their shot. We call that being shot ready.
Lets it fly from long range. Man, that was a tough shot.
Ed, let me tell you how this one goes. It ain't no fun if the homies can't have some. Everyone's getting a piece of the rock tonight.
Dragic into the front court. Trailing by 14. Thaddeus Young able to recover with the block. He'll go to the foul line to shoot.
That's actually not a bad move at all. You're applying more pressure on him by sending him to the line.
Team foul number 4.
Bam Adebayo. A couple of free throws on the way. For his career, 72%. And fails to hit them both. Hits the first, misses the second. Pass stolen by Miami. Count the basket at the rim.
Ed, sometimes less is more. Keeping it simple is the best way.
You're on the island now.
Curling inside. Down the lane. The shot won't fall. Waiters. Short jumper misses.
Woo! I like that intensity on that play. That's how you actually dig in the dirt and do your job on the defensive end.
Knocks it down. That was a tough shot.
You know, from a point guard perspective, one of the things that I learned when I played in the league was that the more I was willing to give the ball up, the harder other players were willing to run to their spots. The harder the bigs were running to the rim. The harder the three-point shooters were running to the three-point line because they knew they could be active recipients. And when they caught the ball, they knew exactly what to do with it.
4-3. He made his first effort, but not that time.
Great contest by the D, but I want to see the coaching staff call the same exact play the next possession. Get that offensive player the ball. Let him prove that it wasn't the D. It was more in his own head.
Markkanen. From long range. Not that time. He misses. Burke with it. Down 12. To Waiters. 5 to shoot for Miami. Knocked loose. It's a turnover as they head the other way. It's Chicago ball. And he finishes at the rim.
Ed, see, this is simple. This is where the PG pulls the bigs over to the side and says, we can't allow that to happen. You need to be an enforcer down low.
From the outside, no good. Oh, the Heat right there to take it away. Waiters. Oh, too much contact. Free throws on the way.
Okay, hacking does still exist. Might be setting the tone for the second half here.
Nope, first one does not go.
Subbing in for the Heat.
And he's able to hit the second after missing that first one.
I got ball. That's me.
1 minute.
Done. To Porter. It was right there. Burke with it. His guys trail by 13. To Waiters. Screen coming.
You're right.
Substitutions, Miami.
Chris Dunn. Here's a chance from long range. Tough shot there for Chris Dunn. No good. Butler to bring it up. His guys down big to Waiters. Trying to cash in. Wide open look, won't go.
This game is all about the small victories, though. The execution on that play was on point. You keep executing like that, those shots are going in eventually.
It's the Heat with the possession. Butler to Dragic. Surveys the floor. Dragic. There's a pass stolen by Chicago.
Come on, let's dig in. Let's really build this lead.
Stuffs it down with authority.
A two-time dunk champion, I love watching Zach LaVine play. But you can't become obsessed with just attacking the rim. You have to continue to expand your game and really give Chicago that lead guard that they haven't had since D. Rose.
To number 11, Dion Waiters.
Got it.
When the ball is in his hands, we all knew what was going to happen.
Miami with the basketball. Here comes the screen. Dragic to Butler. Nothing going here on that drive. Butler to Dragic. The screen sets him up for two.
Oh, don't see the read, be the read.
To LaVine. Not that time. Has a chance. Gets a look. Can't hit.
That's how you do it. You keep riding him to the basket, and if the refs aren't calling it, keep being physical. Keep knocking him off balance.
The big fella, Zach Randolph. He's finally on the board. Makes his first shot.
Look, there was barely any contact on that last play. I agree with the refs' no call. Let him play.
It's the Heat with the possession to Butler. Randolph. To Butler. Randolph. It's no good. Shots not going down. Dragic with it. Down a bundle. Waiters. Oh, bad pass, and the Bulls have it.
Keep your foot on the gas, but don't get too reckless.
Sets him up. Udonis Haslem pins it. Fires the three. Rebound taken by Miami. Butler into the front court. He'll run the offense. Layup goes down. Well done.
In the paint, you need to finish. Just like that.
Deep left corner. Young. That's off the side of the rim. No good. To Dragic. Cruises inside for two.
He was so wide open. Pretty much looked like a deer staring into the headlights. Last resort, but still, points on the board.
To Markkanen. It's blocked.
You see, that's why you never give up on the play, Ed. You always stay in the game.
Reminiscent of LeBron on Iguodala. That's what you come to expect. Your best players making baskets.
I don't know what halftime evaluation will be worse, the ankles or the bruised ego.
So you must act now. Visit our team website for more details.
Dunn to Zach LaVine. Layup's good. Those are the types of shots you always strive for.
It can only be one of two things here. One, the defender ran out of gas. Or two, this dude is just unstoppable.
Waiters. Can't get the bounce. That's going to be out of bounds.
Man, my fault, man. My fault. It's on me.
Butler to Dragic. Butler for two. Off the mark. He loves the tough shots, but that one may be too tough.
Your contest was great because of your proximity to the player. You forced his follow-through to be cut short, which made him short-arm the shot.
Going to launch beyond the arc. And the rebound taken by Butler. From the painted area, won't go down. Dunn. To Young. For three. No good. On the follow. Way to stay with it.
That's lunch pail business right there. Don't worry about the no call. Keep powering through.
Miami's got it. To Randolph. Dragic. Dunn. Gets it in the left corner. Beyond the arc for three. Misfires. It's no good. To Dragic. And Jimmy Butler can't connect. Basket's good on the follow. Way to stay with it.
2 points. Take them any way you can get them.
Hey, match up.
Done. 3 seconds. New blood coming in for both sides.
Number 0, Myers Leonard. Into the game for the Chicago Bulls. Number 34.
Defense.
Butler up against Porter.
Watch Cutter coming through. Bump.
Jimmy Butler. Oh, 3 for 8. He's got to do better.
You see, you can't actually get mesmerized by the ball. You actually have to focus on the dribbler's belly button. I know that may sound cheesy, but trust me, he can't go anywhere without his core.
And Thaddeus Young. It's good off the quick release.
And they're relentless with these long shots. It just seems like their spacing is perfect, and they come down, they know exactly where they want to be, and they're shooting the ball without hesitation.
Oh, nice find for the basket.
That's what I'm talking about, Ed. It's that simple. Put the ball in the bucket.
Tough move in close quarters with the crossover. Navigating through traffic. Shot from in close, no good. Butler to bring it up. Trailing by 15. Yes, and a foul. He'll have a chance at a three-point play.
The defender was actually in a good position there. They even made a decent play on the ball. But sometimes those bounces go the other way. Still, stay aggressive out there.
Jimmy Butler at the line for a chance at a three-point play. A career 83% free throw shooter. Free throws good, a three-point play, and the lead back down to 12.
Here we go. My ball.
To Young. Lets it fly from beyond the arc. That won't go. Cleans it up. The big fella, Zach Randolph. 2 of 4 now.
I'm not sure that wasn't an offensive foul, but take it when you can get it.
I'm here.
Fires the three, and the rebound corralled by Butler. Dragic. They work it to Randolph down low. Offensive board to Randolph. And the basket good at the rim.
And when plays like that happen with multiple players touching the ball, the basketball gods will 100% reward you.
Now whistle. We'll get a timeout called by Chicago as they'll talk things over here in the second quarter. Coach has seen enough. He wants some changes. New personnel onto the floor.
Visit the website for your chance to win
through traffic.
This type of game needs to be celebrated. This is the type of culture that is fostered when you play with unselfish players. When you give up a little bit of yourself and you make your teammate look great, that's the difference between winning and losing. So when you see these guys smiling, when you see them giving each other high fives, that's because of the energy that was created from the pass. Pass is one of the most brilliant things we have in this game.
Chicago with the possession. A lot of contact on that play. He plays through it and scores.
We got to tell our producer in the truck, you got to tag that highlight.
Butler. To Dragic. That's a turnover. It goes the other way. Looking for his man. Lays it in off the alley-oop pass.
So much about passing is about the pace of the pass. Sometimes you need to dart the pass through the gap. Other times you need to have a feathery touch where you can loft the ball up for your player to dunk the ball. That pace is everything in this game.
Here comes the screen. Butler to Dragic. Driving right to the basket. Took it down the lane, but it's no good.
It's easy for the offense to get agitated when you keep turning around and the defense is right there in your face. The jawing is only going to escalate.
Over to the right side. Young. The Heat secure the rebound. Dragic. With the basketball. They find themselves down 10. Zach LaVine rejects it.
This game is all about playing mind tricks on people. The offense is more worried about getting their shot blocked than they are about actually making the shot.
Lets it fly from long range, off the mark. Has a look. Not that time. Another shot won't go either. Time expires to end the first half. The Bulls have the lead.
Thanks, fellas. Jalen here with your halftime report. The Bulls put together a nice half and were rewarded with a solid lead. Clearly, the number of three-pointers these guys scored in the first half was incredible. And if they can keep that up, it's going to be tough to keep that team down. These are the guys getting buckets for the Chicago Bulls. The Heat are in need of some changes at the half. Of course, they still have 2 quarters to turn things around, but it won't happen without making some adjustments. These are the guys getting buckets for the Miami Heat.
Game track. Assists.
What you see on screen is how this team was able to gain its competitive advantage, doing what's necessary for the lead.
Player of the half.
I like this choice because he really put on a show in the opening half. There's a reason he's a fan favorite. Here we go with the top plays from the first half.
Number 2. number 1.
Fellas, back to you.
First half, very one-sided. What will the second half bring? We'll find out as we're underway. Lays it up and in.
You know, from a point guard perspective, one of the things that I learned when I played in the league was that the more I was willing to give the ball up, the harder other players were willing to run to their spots. The harder the bigs were running to the rim. The harder the three-point shooters were running to the three-point line because they knew they could be active recipients. And when they caught the ball, they knew exactly what to do with it.
Young. Shot clock, it's coming down to 4. Now down to 3. Rebound comes to Miami. Dragic into the front court. His guys trail by 10. Oh, you could sense that coming.
There is a premium market for players with that type of hand-eye coordination.
Waiters trying to cash in. Wide open look, won't go.
You see, Ed, this is where coaches get fired. It's great to have good offensive sets, but if you can't execute, then the play was a failure.
Oh, leaves the defender in the dust. Levine has a chance, knocks it down from mid-range.
Hey, one of the things I hear all the great teams say in the huddle, they say 1, 2, 3, no mercy. Now it's time for you to go even harder on the defensive end.
Finishing inside the paint on that one.
You see, Ed, skill levels at this game are at an all-time high. Inside-out threats are tough. You got to make it hard for him to actually catch the ball in those higher percentage areas.
To Wendell Carter. Old school backs his man down for the basket.
Old school equals high percentage.
Butler into the front court. The deficit now up to 12. To Dragic. Knocked loose. It's a turnover as they head the other way. Yes, and the foul. And a chance at 3 coming up.
Ed, you ever bail out of something at the last second? That's what I saw right there from the defender. We call that no man's land. They weren't really committed to getting out of the way, committing a hard foul, or taking the brunt of the contact.
Thaddeus Young trying to cash in on a three-point play, shooting 50%, some yes, some no, in this contest. Free throws good as they continue to widen their lead. Dragic with it. He'll run the offense. He wants it at the rim and scores.
The one thing we know for certain in this league, it doesn't matter how big the margin is, you can always put together a run and get back in this one.
To Levine, 4-3. Zach LaVine forcing that one there. Well defended. Butler to bring it up. The deficit now up to 13. It's good.
I don't know what the point of you having a scouting report is if you don't utilize it. You're allowing him to get to positions on the floor where you know he feels most comfortable. Make it a challenge for him by making him do something uncomfortable.
Shot from the lane won't go. To Dragic. To the rim, lays it up and in.
Well, you know what the old saying is, when you assume you make a... You know what I'm talking about. You can't fault the D too much there. I was expecting to kick out 3.
To Wendell Carter. Off the assist.
You hear coaches talk all the time about passing the ball on time and on target. As a passer myself, if I can deliver the ball to you in a position where I cannot give you options to think, but just go up and make the play easy, that's a win-win.
And they call it.
Ed, you can't lunge like that.
We have both squads set to make some moves right now.
Into the game for Chicago, number 22, Otto Porter.
Butler.
Into the game for Miami, number 23, Trey Burke.
Doesn't have the touch. No good. The follow won't go either.
Well, you can't finish with your right hand on the left side of the rim. You actually have to use your opposite hand. Steve Nash is one of the best at this. Different shots at different angles, high up the glass, expecting that there are trees down below with long wingspans that can block your shot.
Knocked loose. Lobs it up. Pass stolen by Miami.
You go back to the principles, things that we started working on when we were in first and second grade. It's called the shell drill. You stay down in the stance defensively, you try to deny the next pass away, and you have to communicate. If your conditioning is bad, you have no chance. But if you're able to do all these things together, collectively, you will be able to stop a great passing team.
It goes down.
But most importantly, you have to keep the ball moving. Maybe run some floppy sets, some horn sets. Raise those bigs up, which open up the lane, and let them be the passers to make plays easier for the guards.
To Wendell Carter. From long range.
To number 23, Trey Burke. That's his first personal foul. Team foul number 2 for the Chicago Bulls. Number 9, shooting 3.
And hits the first free throw. And he hits the second. 3 for 3. Nice. Dragic with the basketball. His guys down big. Count the basket inside.
Great job using that shoulder to create contact with the defender without hesitation.
To Young. Thaddeus Young, now 4 for 9.
Ed, I get it. I know why Indiana fans love Thaddeus Young. He's that guy that just shows up to work every day and is going to outwork you, outgrind you. They don't make players like that anymore.
Waiters to Butler. Throws it down.
This type of game needs to be celebrated. This is the type of culture that is fostered when you play with unselfish players. When you give up a little bit of yourself and you make your teammate look great, that's the difference between winning and losing. So when you see these guys smiling, when you see them giving each other high fives, that's because of the energy that was created from the pass. Pass is one of the most brilliant things we have in this game.
Return label included.
The offense might want to adjust here. That's his 4th block of the evening.
To Zach LaVine. Here's a chance from long range. Tough shot. Hand in his face. LaVine knocks down the 3.
Don't seem shocked. This is how the game is played these days. Shooting a 3 is like shooting a layup.
Yes, and a foul. He'll have a chance at a 3-point play.
The offense has very little to lose on those type of plays if they know they can, number 1, create contact, and number 2, still get the ball up. You need to assert yourself fully on the defensive end by initiating the contact and not allowing the offensive player to get that ball above his waist.
Number 24, Lauri Markkanen.
To Porter. Fires the 3. Had made his first 3, but that shot off the mark. And a putback slam.
This may sound cheesy, but sometimes you just need to sit back, get a tub of popcorn, and just enjoy the show, because that's what you're watching right now.
Going to launch beyond the arc. Had made his first couple, but he misses there. Dragic into the front court. Down a bundle. Butler to Dragic. Short jumper stays out. Porter. For 3. The Heat have the rebound.
I got it. Take mine. Go to mine. Go to mine. I got it.
It's a big finish. Jay, let's see if that's a sign for him.
Well, he's been pretty much non-existent the first 3 quarters, but when you have a play like that, that can get the juices going, and that can help you with your offensive rhythm.
Nearing impossible. No getting through.
5, Ed. That's 5 blocks tonight.
Has a look. Add 2 points to the board.
The reality is no one can guard a player at his level one-on-one. The help defense needs to be shown, and he needs to see a series of obstacles instead of just one individual.
Knocked loose. That's a turnover. It goes the other way. Tosses. Lays it in off the alley-oop pass.
Well, the shooting has been spectacular, but one of the things that I've seen as the difference maker in this ball game is how they are catching the basketball. They're not establishing a pivot foot, which leaves the defense wondering which way you can drive, but when that shot is working like that, you got it any way you want it.
Trying to cash in. Almost, but no good. To Butler. The Bulls with the rebound. Beyond the arc for 3. The Heat grab the board. Dragic with it. Looking to make something happen. You've got to get that one to go. Why even try that time?
I'm going to start calling him the windshield wiper, just erasing all the mistakes.
Lets it fly from beyond the arc. Buries it on the catch and shoot.
It's all about creating space with the dribble. Once you have that gap, you can beat somebody in a variety of ways. He chose the dagger with the 3.
Oh, the Heat right there to take it away. Good. Off a spin.
Come on, somebody tell me when he added that to his arsenal.
Now the Bulls will take the timeout as their coach wants to get a word in with his guys here in this 3rd quarter. Changes coming from both sides right now.
Number 50, Zach Randolph. Number 5.
Fires the 3. That's how you defend.
Great contest by the D, but I want to see the coaching staff call the same exact play the next possession. Get that offensive player the ball. Let him prove that it wasn't the D. It was more in his own head.
Number 7, Goran Dragic.
Oh, they don't get it across in time. That's an 8-second violation. And scores. Strong take.
Ooh, he teased me a little bit right there, but see, I like that. That's called a great entertainer, always leaving me on the edge of my seat.
Oh, here we go.
To Markkanen. Lets it fly from long range. This young man with a great stroke, even when it's well defended.
And the three-point shot of the offense applies so much pressure on the defense, you can no longer build your teams inside out. The new way, you build your team outside in.
The big fella, Zach Randolph. 4 out of 7.
Man, that may not have been a gimme, but that layup at the rim definitely chips away at the pride of the defense.
Runner's good there.
Clearly not afraid of the spotlight here because that was not an easy look.
He'd have the basketball. Butler. Big finish at the rim.
I don't think I could do that on a 5-foot rim.
I can, because that's my only choice. Pass stolen by Miami. To Dragic. Get the cameras out. Flash on.
That's going to make a nice poster.
I got ball. He's all me.
Oh, the Heat right there to take it away. Great feed. Rises for the slam. He's been a one-man show, but Jay, they're still down in this one.
He's their lone bright star, their only star tonight. Some other of the supporting cast members really need to step up. I'll say this, great young talent, but needs to really start making better decisions and protecting the ball.
Some lineup changes now for both clubs.
Stepping in for the Miami Heat.
Out of bounds.
All right, let's bring the fire. Let's bring the fire to him.
Entering the game for the Heat, number 11, Dion Waiters. Into the game for Toronto.
Yes, and the foul. And a chance at 3 coming up.
And I know there's so much excitement about the play, but everybody looks at the player. More people need to pay attention to the guy at the end of the bench, the strength and conditioning coach, because this kid's been putting in the time and effort every day in the weight room.
Missed it at the line. To Markkanen. 4-3. And it's Leonard there to clear the rebound. Baller into the front court. Down 12. And finishes strong. Gotta love the rim rockers.
Gotta be careful, though. Don't hang on the rim too long. You might get a tee.
From long range, he engulfed him that time.
Shooters shoot, period. I don't want to hear any excuses. That's why you're on the floor. You keep doing what you're doing with that superior confidence.
Nice pass to get things going.
You see, here's why versatility is so imperative for your offensive repertoire. If you're a one-trick pony as a defender, I know exactly how to defend you because you only do one thing. But if you have versatility, then the coach can put you in multiple looks within the offense, and then you can get it any way you want it.
Dragic with the basketball. His club staring up at an 8-point deficit. To Porter. No good. It's the Heat with the possession to Butler. No. Pulled in by Markkanen. To Levine. Jimmy Butler with a piece. Make that 7. Dragic into the front court. The deficit is 6. To Wendell Carter. And count the basket.
That's lunch pail business right there. Don't worry about the no call. Keep powering through.
Dragic with it. Now down 6. Nice pass to set things up. Oh, emphatic slam.
Oh, man, did you see that swiftness? He dunked that thing like a tennis ball.
It looked like that in his hand. Has a chance. Gets a look. Can't hit. Nice touch around the basket with the tip.
You know, Ed, I'm down with guys having 35, 40, maybe 50 points in the game. But the one thing you look for in a defensive end, when there's a huddle after a guy has dropped multiple buckets on you in a row, and everybody's quiet, nobody stands up and says, yo, I got him, I'm going to stop him, you're in a worrisome place for your team.
To Markkanen. Porter. Here's a chance from long range. That's off the side of the rim, short. Count it. No and 1. There was some contact there.
Ooh, Ed, looking like the young Manu Ginobili with hair out there with the Euro step.
That wasn't that long ago, was it? To Markkanen. Fires the 3. Tough shot for Markkanen. No good.
Just because you're an elite shooter doesn't mean you need to shoot the ball every possession. Maybe give a head fake, crack into the defender, get to the free throw line, see the ball go in the hole.
To Zach LaVine. Going to launch beyond the arc. LaVine justifying the big bucks with the three.
And this squad just continues to light it up from long range. One of the things I learned about teams like this, teams that fall in love with their three-point shot, as quickly as they built the lead, is as quickly as they can lose it if they're over-reliant on the three-point shot.
Chicago possession. To Wendell Carter. Stuffs it down with authority.
This is why I go back into player mode. If the dude starts to try to have 40 points on me, I'm going to foul out. I'm going to start hitting him in places he's not used to being hit. I'm trying to do anything to throw him off his game.
To Dragic.
Screen coming.
Butler. Over to the right side. Cleans it up. Carter comes away with it. To Porter. Gets a shot up off the mark. Dragic with the basketball. His guys down three. It's Carter with the rebound. LaVine. For three. The roof would have come off there, but he missed it. Butler to bring it up. He'll run the offense. Tough-looking shot there. Still gets it to go down.
And if you don't contest, he's knocking that down with ease.
Waiters.
Defense, let's go.
Finishing inside the paint on that one.
Well, we got a chance to firsthand watch something be created. I think we just watched an epidemic of passing. I've never seen something like this before. It was so contagious, everybody started to do it, and it ultimately led to the other team's demise.
If that's an epidemic, sign me up. Miami with the basketball. Butler. That no good. Off the mark. To Markkanen. Draws the double and still hits. We get a whistle and a timeout here for Miami. They're going to have to draw something up for an open look at a three. Oh, Carter with the rejection. Ruling is there was intent. It's an intentional foul.
Smart play. You have fouls to use. Good way to manage the clock without burning a timeout.
And now the intentional foul. They'll stop it with 14 seconds left in the game.
Good foul right there. You want to stop the clock.
Knocks down the first. Able to convert on both free throws. Now the Heat going to use a timeout. They'll need a quick shot and then likely a quick foul in what is now a two-possession game.
Section 121 and place your bid. Don't miss your chance at some excellent memorabilia.
The shot, almost. Basket's good on the follow. Way to stay with it. Beyond the arc for three. The roof would have come off there, but he missed it. Nice follow-up on the dunk there. Long heave from three-quarters court. The Bulls take this one as they take care of business at home. That'll wrap things up. For Jay Williams and our entire crew, I'm Ed Cohen. This has been a presentation of the NBA on EA Sports.
Hey everyone, it's Jalen Rose, and it's time for the EA Sports post-game wrap-up. The Bulls got the win in a nail-biter. They did it with blocks, and they did it with steals. More to the point, they did it with excellent defense. They committed to the grind and got rewarded as a result. What you see here is how the majority of the points were scored for the Chicago Bulls. The Heat just couldn't close this one out. The way they shot the ball was outstanding. But even still, it wasn't enough to get the result they wanted. More often than not, you're going to win games when you shoot the ball as well as they did here today.
Game track. 3-point shooting.
Each of these teams were solid with their long-range shooting. So by extension, they were pretty poor with their perimeter defense. Closing out on shooters must always happen, whether you're tired or not.
Player of the game.
And what we have here are highlights worth 1,000 words. There's no question he stood out amongst the rest in today's matchup. Here's our top plays of the game.
Number 2. Number 1.
Here in the final third of the season are the remaining games. On behalf of ESPN on EA Sports, I'm Jalen Rose, and it's been our pleasure to present you with some NBA basketball.